Hey everyone, welcome to Showcase 9 Video 3, the results. 29 of you entered and we at Flag This also entered a ghost flag. So before we show you the results, we're going to reveal the ghost flag. We asked you to guess which flag was ours, and this time we managed to fool all of you because none of you managed to get it right. Our entry was number 20. As you're about to see, the results of this showcase are a little crazy because so many of the flags achieved the same score. So here are the results of Showcase 9. In 29th place is entry 29 by Mansfan with an average score of 1.37. Next is entry 9 by Mexican Dude with a score of 3.16. In giant 26th is entry 18 by Pie with a score of 4.0. Also in giant 26th is entry 19 by Cutlery, also with a score of 4.0. In 25th place is entry 6 by Forest City with a score of 4.42. Next is entry 7 by Ailes Panda with a score of 4.53. Next is entry 5 by Valorizo with a score of 4.84. Next is entry 21 by Abracadabra with a score of 5.11. In giant 28 is entry 3 by Communist Grease 1 with a score of 5.37. Also in giant 28 is entry 14 by Sanford, also with a score of 5.37. Next is entry 27 by Zuchi Guardian with a score of 5.53. Next we have entry 1 by Mr. Boom, which scored 5.68. Next up is entry 12 by Matt Hakir, which scored 5.74. Next is entry 23 by Burned, with a score of 5.79. In 15th place we have entry 22 by Dung Dung, with a score of 5.84. In giant 12th we have entry 16 by the One True Kellen, with a score of 5.95. Also in giant 12th is entry 8 by Kyler the Ocean Dominator, also with a score of 5.95. And also in giant 12th is entry 2 by Humongoose, which also scored 5.95. In 11th place is entry 17 by Mystery Guy, with a score of 6.05. And now for the top 10. In 10th place is entry 26 by Lalo, with a score of 6.11. In 9th place is entry 13 by Sylvius, with a score of 6.42. In joint 7th is entry 15 by Hakusei, with a score of 6.58. Also in giant 7th is entry 28 by Joel, also with a score of 6.58. In 6th place is entry 4 by Pink Lemonade 1326 with a score of 6.63. Up next we have the Flag This Ghost Flag, which would have finished in 6th place with a score of 6.74. So congratulations to all of the following flags, which managed to beat our score. In giant 3rd is entry 25 by Chibatero with a score of 6.79. Also in giant 3rd is entry 11 by Xander Dorn, also with a score of 6.79. And also in giant 3rd is entry 24 by Jutta, which also scored 6.79. And for the first time ever, we have joint winners. We have entry 10 by Television Hindsight with a score of 7.58. And we have entry 30 by Lemoniz, which also scored 7.58. So we have a double congratulations. Television Hindsight and Lemoniz are giant winners, and we'll be reviewing both flags. And just before that, we want to give a few quick shout outs to some of the other entries we liked. First is entry 13 by Silvius, who combined the flags of Panama, Jamaica and Morocco. Next is entry 22 by Dung Dung, who used the flags of South Korea, Aruba and Israel. And our final shout out is entry 24 by Jutta, which also used South Korea as well as South Africa and South Sudan. So now on to the reviews of the winning flags. We're going to be using our 5 principal scoring system, but also we'll be giving them a personal review. First is entry 10. Let's begin with the 5 principles and simplicity. The flag design is simple overall. Perhaps getting all the details accurately is slightly difficult, so this one falls just short of top marks. 9.5 out of 10. For this showcase, we specified that symbolism was not necessary, so while this gets a 0, we'll adjust the score at the end. The flag has 3 colours, which are all part of the standard set, and the flag also has good contrast throughout. 10 out of 10. The flag has no lettering, seals or coat of arms. 10 out of 10. The flag is also distinctive. 10 out of 10. So calculating the numbers, we have a total overall score of 7.9 out of 10. But of course this should really be 7.9 out of 8 due to the fact symbolism wasn't necessary. So translating these figures, we get a score of 9.88 out of 10. And now for our personal review. We absolutely love this flag. The Scottish flag is among our favourite national flags, and Television Hindsight does a fantastic job of combining it with the Brazilian rhombus and the Star of David of Israel. They also made sure to obtain great contrast by leaving a gap between the white stripes and the yellow rhombus. This flag is truly deserving of being joint winner of this contest. We're giving this flag a perfect 10 out of 10. And now on to our other giant winner, beginning with the 5 principles. This flag is simple overall, though once again getting all the elements exactly right might be a bit tricky. 9.5 out of 10. Lemonade decided to give this flag symbolism even though it was not required. It represents the kingdom of Makiba, a remote but glorious kingdom located far, far away on the ocean. The kingdom was inspired by 3 countries, Monaco, Kiribati and Barbados. Like the 2 islands, Makiba is located on an island, and like Monaco, it's prosperous. Makiba's history is very well represented on the flag, whose waves taken from Kiribati's flag represents its location far, far away. The shade of red taken from Monaco's flag represents the traditional clothing called kuli, made with the finest fabric produced locally and exported all around the world, the main source of Makiba's wealth. And the trident, taken from Barbados' flag, represents its power and dominance all over the ocean and the courage and determination of the people to protect Makiba. 10 out of 10. The flag uses 3 colours, all of which are part of the standard set, and the flag has good contrast throughout. 10 out of 10. The flag has no lettering, seals or coat of arms. 10 out of 10. And while this flag has a strong resemblance to the flag of Kiribati, we're still going to give it 10 out of 10 because of the nature of the prompt. So calculating the numbers, we have a total overall score of 9.9 out of 10. And now for a personal review. We love the white and blue lines of the Kiribati flag, and sticking with the sea theme, Lemon has used the broken trident of Neptune and the flag of Barbados as the charge. Like our other winner, the flag uses colours to great effect, and of course the flag is pretty simple. We don't like this flag quite as much as the other flag, but nonetheless it still gets a very high score. We're giving this flag a score of 9.5 out of 10. Congratulations once more to Television Hindsight and Lemonade, and coming up soon we will have Showcase 10, but before that we will have the updated championship leaderboard, which we'll try to publish as soon as we can. So until then, see you all later.